Hello, hi, welcome to another stream. Very abnormal. Don't get used to this back-to-back stream thing. It's a once-in-a-lifetime situation. I just, had some time, so I decided to stream again, even though I streamed yesterday. Normally my streams are kind of like multiple weeks apart, but today I made an exception. Today we are doing shiny hunting, just like a normal, like what I do, like an hour-long shiny hunting stream. I talked about this in like the previous stream that I was gonna do this, and it's like, nice being able to kind of talk about other things than just whatever game I'm playing usually on stream. Like, I've been playing Bloodborne. So in these streams, I can kind of just talk about all the other ongoings. Also, right before the stream started, it started dropping frames, and I was really scared that I was gonna have another situation like that, but it seems to be doing fine for now. I guess I should actually check the stream real quick. I lowered the settings a lot for the stream because with this game I don't exactly need it to be like high quality. Let me see. I'm trying to open it up on my phone. I don't like the YouTube app on the phone. Not a big fan of it. Like the YouTube app. Okay, sounds alright. I think overall, with the little bit of audio testing that I did, it sounded pretty nice. I've been lately really trying to get the audio to work nicely, and I think it's pretty good now. I'm pretty happy with it. But yeah, this has been, I think, the last stream that I did in Pokemon Sapphire. Like the last shiny hunting stream was 2 months ago, so a good amount of things have happened since then. Maybe not as much as should have happened, right? Like you can see the counter is at 3,600. I think the last stream it was at 2,500. So I've gotten like 1,100, which is honestly not a whole lot. Most of that was actually done in like the past 2 weeks. I did some encounters like this week, and I think a few in the previous week, but mostly this week. Because I've been really meaning to, get some actual progress on this, because otherwise this hunt will again take like over a year. I've been honestly thinking of it now. I've been doing this hunt already for I think like 6 months. No, has it already been that long? It can't be. Probably like 5 or 4. Way too long though. So I really need to get this shiny. And the only way to do that is by doing encounters. But before that, let's quickly go through everything that I have, done here. Everything that I have set up. Wait, quickly put that on here. And my like windows really weirdly configured because I have like so many. I have the chat window like separate from everything else. It's kind of weird. But yeah, this box here, I wanted to go through this first quickly because I always do this with these streams. I think this one I did after the last stream, so this is like a new thing. I evolved Marel, and I think these as well. I've been evolving like a few Pokemon. I don't remember which ones exactly. Probably once I do the next like Sapphire Part 2 video or whatever, I'll probably go over everything I did off stream in that video, like all the Pokemon that I leveled up and evolved. Right now I'm doing that with Poochyena. Trying to get this to evolve. I think it's level 18 or level 20. Poochyena evolves, so that's like a pretty easy one to get for the decks. Yeah, I think right now we can actually look. I have, that's 57 caught, or 57 that I have. That's pretty good. That's pretty nice. I think that's over 1/4 already. So I have been making some progress there. And yeah, actually one thing that I did recently is I finally managed to buy the, I think it's like the beautiful chair or table with the suit. You can buy the different items, like the different flutes and such, from the house there. And I had already bought all the cheap items, but they have, I think it's 2 pieces of furniture that are really, really, really expensive. They take a lot. Basically, the way it works is whenever I walk around in the ash or whatever the suit, I get one in the suit sack. I collect 1 suit, right? And with that, I can buy from this guy. And we can see here, I've bought all of these, except I bought this one recently, but I haven't bought this one. We can see this one cost 6,600. So I think I have 1,400 now. So I need 6,600 more. Quite a lot. I think the other one that I already bought, I think that one was like 5,000 or something. So yeah, I've been kind of trying to strategically collect the suit while I'm shiny hunting. You know, might as well. Yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to on this route. Let me put on the white flute so I can get more encounters. I'm probably gonna go for 100. No, like 150 encounters, let's say. An hour. that usually ends up being like 150, something like that. I've said this in previous streams, but I really feel that I'm gonna get it sooner than any of the, or sooner than Trico, like way sooner. I'm expecting it to be like before odds, so before 8,000, which we're actually getting pretty close to halfway through that. 3,600, only like 500 more, and then we're at, what is it, 4,096 is odds, or halfway odds. There's a few topics for this stream that I want to talk about specifically. I don't know which one I should start with, because there's actually been like a lot of stuff that I've been up to the last 2 months. I think I already talked about the latest video, the 2022 games video. I think I talked about that a little bit in one of the Bloodborne streams, but yeah, that video came out. I'm pretty happy with that video. It kind of went through some changes. At first, I was planning on making it like a full-on really nicely edited, like I don't know, like a proper video. I don't know, I don't know what that means, like a proper video, but like a video where it's really nicely presented and everything. But then I realized that that would be a lot of effort and it would take very long to edit it properly and like have like a script and everything. So then I decided to just kind of have some basic bullet points and go through all the games I played and then edit it together, kind of in kind of a budget way, I guess. I purposefully didn't really dwell too long on certain things, like if there was like transition, yeah, like a transition from one scene to another. I kind of just went with something that worked rather than try to make it like really nice, you know. Same thing with footage. I just oftentimes used random like trailer footage or random gameplay I might have had to save time on editing, because the main point of that video was more so just talking about the games rather than like it being like nicely edited. I think I've, especially recently, I've been more into videos that I can listen to while I do something else than like videos that require me to like watch it fully. I don't know. Kinda like those more podcasty type videos where I can just put in the side while I do something else. And that's honestly one thing that I don't really love about the editing, is that there's really no way of like watching YouTube videos or anything on the side when you're editing, because it just you know, requires you to kind of focus on things, and it's when I'm like making thumbnails or something, I can easily just like watch it on the side. And speaking of editing, I've been recently, actually today, editing the next video, which is I don't know how I'll feel about it yet. I think it'll probably turn out okay. It's gonna be shorter, definitely shorter than the previous few videos, like maybe like 15 minutes. So I should have it done sometime soon. Hello, Mark. I also really love this game. It's great. I think one thing that I really want to talk about, one big topic, is the Game Boy Advance mod that I did recently. I think I talked about it in the last stream that I did of this game like 2 months ago. But it was kind of weird because I wanted to include that at first in the next video, like talk about the GBA mod in the video. But then, I don't know, it didn't really fit with the video, because outside of that, the video is completely unrelated to that. So I decided to cut it out to make it more like concise. And, you know, now that I'm not going to talk about it in the video, I might as well talk about it here on stream. So what I basically did is I bought a Game Boy Advance, I think it's a ITA, a laminated ITA kit, yeah. Previously, I did not mean to go inside. Previously I had a IPS kit, like a really cheap IPS kit. And it was fine, it worked alright, but I didn't really love it. It had certain issues with it, and I thought to myself that if I'm going to mod my GBA, if I'm going to do like aftermarket changes to it, then I want it to be like perfect, you know? So I decided to get like I think it's Funny Playing, it's the brand. And they're like, I think the most well-liked brand in GBA mods. I don't know a whole lot about the GBA mod stuff. I just watched some basic videos and did some basic research, and what I found was that most people seem to say that it was kind of the best, so I went with that. And I think the difference between ITA and IPS is that the ITA screen is more like the resolution the same as the OG Game Boy Advance, so it isn't like scaled or what. I'm not exactly sure what the term is, but it's basically like the original resolution, so it's kind of pixely, right? And I like the effect that it gives, but technically I think it's like a worse screen than the IPS screen. It just depends on what kind of effect you like to see. But yeah, so I got the ITA screen. It's laminated, which means that it's basically like a phone screen. You know, it's like right up to the glass rather than having like an air gap, and that's pretty nice. I like the look of it, and since they use like a specific shell for the laminated kit, I needed to get a new shell, so I wanted to go with something a bit different. So I went with a clear black shell. Actually, somehow forgot about this, but I do have a photo that I actually put it already in OBS. Here, yeah. So this is how it looks now. I kind of wanted to go with like I had a few different ideas for what I wanted to go with, but then they didn't really have that many options at the time. From what I looked, they now have more options. But back then they didn't really have that many. So with all the different combinations they had for buttons and the shell, I thought that this might be the nicest one. And here is the one with the screen on. In the photo it looks kind of weird, but it looks normal in without you know the camera effect. I think that's caused by like the, I don't know, the fucking flick rate or something. But yeah, this is how it looks. It's pretty nice, and the shell feels a lot more like the finish feels a lot better than the one I had before. I'm pretty happy with it, and I've been doing shiny hunting on that mostly. But right now I'm doing it on the DS, obviously, because I need to be able to record this. I actually had something kind of scary happen. Was it yesterday? Either yesterday or the day before. I had, I was playing with this DS, I was doing some shiny hunting, and I saw that the battery light went to red, so I decided to put like the charging cable in, and the game froze, like it crashed. I don't think I've had that happen with this DS before. I don't know if it was caused specifically by the charging cable or something, but that's pretty scary. I've definitely had GBA games crash before, but I don't think I've had any on this DS. It's really honestly scary how the speakers start making this really weird crackling noise when it does that. Hopefully that won't become like a regular thing. Especially for shiny hunting, it would be quite tragic to get the shiny and then the game fucking crashes. Yeah, the GBA thing, they got the kit, the upgrade mod kit. I think it was already like a month ago. It's been some time. I've been kind of sitting on all this stuff for a while because at first, like I said, I wanted to include it in the video, and then at that point I didn't really want to like spoil it on Twitter or anything, so I hadn't mentioned it yet. Now, another thing that I've been up to, this has been, I think it's been 2 weeks of this already, I don't know, something like that, but I've been playing Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. That I did put on Twitter, that I was playing that. And it's been interesting. I think I've talked about that game before on stream, how I hadn't played Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee ever before. Those were the only mainline games that I hadn't played yet. So I finally decided to play them, or specifically Let's Go Pikachu. It's been an interesting experience. Let's just say they're not my favorite games so far. I'm not done with the games yet. I'm like over halfway through. I think the last thing I did was to beat the fourth gym, and I cleared like the rocket game corner stuff. It's been, you know, I've been having fun with the game, I guess, but I have a lot of issues with it. I'm a huge fan of Gen 1 Pokemon, and overall like older Pokemon games. And you know, I'm a big Kanto fan. I know that's an unpopular opinion nowadays to like Kanto, but I do like Kanto. But I feel that the issue with Let's Go Pikachu is that it kind of, all the issues that I have with modern Pokemon games are kind of exemplified in that game. They really are very apparent how much makes it very apparent how big of an issue they are and how much they ruin the game for me. I mean, it's still good, but there have been multiple times while I'm playing it where I just thought to myself, like, why am I playing this and not just like Pokemon Red or Blue or Yellow or something? But I'm gonna play it through. You know, it's gonna be nice to have played all the mainline games and such. And I mean, I have like a pretty fun party in the game. I think right now I have Pikachu, Porygon, Dodrio, and Rhyhorn. It's a pretty fun party. I think I'm gonna pick up... what did I have planned? I think Kabutops could be cool, or maybe Lapras. Because one of the things that I really enjoyed about that game so far are the following Pokemon. They're great. I really like them. Some of them, like Rhyhorn, have like a special animation where you can like ride it. That's pretty cool. Maybe getting a Lapras would be nice for that. But yeah, I'm not gonna be making any videos about that game. I'm just playing through it, and then I think actually what I had planned was I'm probably gonna make a small little Twitter thread where I kind of compile everything that I think about those games once I finish it. Also, yeah, I'm playing through that game in Japanese as well. Because one of the reasons why I got the game actually was because I wanted like a simple game that is like easy for me, that I don't need to really think too much about, because I've obviously, you know, played Gen 1 Pokemon before, so I know where to go and everything, and it's Pokemon Let's Go, you know, games are kind of known for how easy they are. But I wanted a game like that also had kanji, which is like... I'm not going to explain how the Japanese language works here, but it's useful for if I want to learn the language to play games that have kanji. So yeah, like this game right here, Pokemon Sapphire, this game does not have any kanji. It's all hiragana and katakana, so it's kind of annoying to read. Maybe not the best game for learning the language, so yeah. I've basically been like playing that game, and I've actually been like reading all the dialogue. You know, here in Sapphire I've been just skipping through all the dialogue, but in that game I've been actually reading all of it, and whenever I run into something that I don't know, I like look it up and shit. It's been pretty productive, but yeah. In terms of the game itself, in terms of my enjoyment, it's not been my favorite Pokemon experience. I run into a single Skarmory yet? I don't think I have. I think I've been paying pretty good attention here, and I don't think I've seen a single one. I also don't have any pickup yet. Weird. Suspicious even. Now that I think about it, does pickup work on the clock? Like the in-game clock? Will it stop working if the clock runs out or the battery runs out? Imagine it doesn't, because I think in Pokemon Emerald I've had pickup work, and my Pokemon Emerald battery is long dead. So yeah, but the Skarmory is weird though. It's like, oh well, there it is. All right. We've done now 70 encounters. Skarmory is, I think, what is it, like a 5%? Quite peculiar. Also, yeah, the one thing I remembered now. Electrike, pretty close to evolving. It's gonna be, well, it's actually gonna be quite a few Skarmories, because at this point they don't really give proportionally that much EXP. So it's so close to one-shotting. Very annoying. Yeah, that's not a whole lot of EXP. Puchiana did get level 12. One thing that I've been somewhat thinking about a little bit is, you know, if I do find the shiny, if it's a Spinda, I'm pretty confident in my ability to capture it, because I have actually this thing doesn't have any good moves, Wellbeat. But the Grovyle, I think Grovyle quick attack does like 1/4, so even with a crit, it has no chance of killing. And then we also have Fury Cutter, which does like nothing. Absorb also won't do anything, so I'm pretty safe with dealing damage. And then Electrike has Thunder Wave, so that's pretty good. But the big issue is the Skarmory. I think I'm gonna just have to like whittle it down with tackles and like normal type attacks that don't deal any damage, because Thunder or Spark, yeah, Spark with one shot, and as we saw there, the Ember from Torkoal does like 99%, so it might burn, it might, yeah, it could kill, so I don't know. I probably should have a better strategy for catching stuff. I should probably have like a false swipe Pokemon with like Spore, but I think we're gonna be fine. I think I'm gonna be okay. Also, if I really wanted to farm EXP, I could kill these Spindas. Because I think actually this level 26, Volbeat learned Signal Beam, which I think one-shots. Yeah. So, you know, a bit slower than just doing encounters, but I could get EXP for Pokemon at the same time. I don't really need EXP, but it's the way I see this, you know, I'm going to be spending a lot of time here anyway, so might as well evolve some Pokemon while I'm at it, and then eventually once I'm like completing just the Pokedex, I'll have a lot of them already done. But even with this, there's going to be a point where I'm just going to have to like level a bunch of Pokemon to get them to evolve for the Pokedex. I don't know if I'm going to do stuff like that off stream or on stream. I imagine I'll record it anyway though, for the video. This is a really nice OST. Also really quiet. My white Pluton? I don't think it was. I think I went inside the house, which I should do again, so we can reset the grass here. There's another I think Spark one-shots, if I remember correctly. Let's try it out. Yeah. Now how much EXP is this? Not a whole lot. But the thing is, I don't really need to evolve Electrike anyway, because I'm gonna run into, I think, Manectric is gonna be available later in the, what the fuck is the route called? It's the one that's right off Marvel. I'm pretty sure there's Manectric there, but currently Manectric or Electrike is in the party, so might as well evolve it. But I've been trying to focus evolutions of Pokemon that we won't be running into in the wild. Which actually, I don't know, is the Fujiana, does Mightyena appear in the wild? It probably does. I'm pretty sure it does, but who cares? It's fine. So I'm kind of running out of Pokemon to do this with anyway. There's still 6 Agoon. I haven't evolved Linoon, or haven't evolved to Linoon. And that might be it. There's probably some other ones, but they might be like really late evolutions. So honestly, once I evolve this Poochyena, I'm probably gonna stop killing the Skarmories because it just takes more time. So one thing that I wanted to mention here is today I was editing the video, and one issue that keeps coming up, it keeps on popping up with all my videos, I always consider it but then I end up not doing it, is it would be really nice to have some kind of consistent background that I use in my videos. Like, you know how some YouTubers, they have like the same background that they have for every single video? They have some kind of like stock thing or whatever. Some kind of pattern or something. You know, I think oftentimes they can look kind of dumb, but it would be so useful. It would be so useful because it keeps on coming up, this issue where I'm editing something and then I need some kind of background for the video, and I just kind of scramble something. I just try to find like, okay, maybe I just put something relevant to the video, but then sometimes it's kind of difficult to find something relevant. So having some kind of overall like channel background would be really lovely. I mean, even with this stream right here, I have the like underwater as the background, which is, I mean, it works, but I think it would be even better to have like some kind of overall background that I use for the channel. But I don't know what it would be. I've tested a bunch of stuff and it all looks kind of dumb. I don't know. Fuck, I'm dropping frames. Not great. I don't know how big of an issue it actually is because I'm dropping them, but I think, yeah, I'm not sure. I might need to fix that. That's annoying. It's gonna fix itself. Okay, I think it fixed itself, maybe. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. Very annoying. Very annoying. I have like the settings really fucking low right now. You can probably see I'm like really fucking pixely and shit. So this should not be happening, but it still does. Because my internet is very inconsistent. I think this next video is very unlikely to come out in the next 5 days. I think that's fair to say. So it's gonna be kind of a shame because at the start of the year I was kind of hoping that I would be able to put out like a video every month. But I've already kind of missed that now. But it'll come out like early next month. Is Pidove one of my favorite Pokemon? Not really. It's good, I like Pidove, but it's not in my favorites, I don't think. I respect it though. Murkrow is my favorite Pokemon, which is also a bird, so I guess that's kind of fitting. Which yeah, that's actually that reminds me. I always talked about wanting to transfer my shiny Murkrow from Crystal. I wonder if we're gonna get home integration in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet tomorrow, because tomorrow is gonna be the Pokemon Day. That's a pretty big topic. There's gonna be some new Pokemon stuff there. I kind of wonder if we're gonna get anything big, because at the same time they don't have any games coming up right now, so they will probably announce something. But I don't know. So many people are saying Gen 5 remakes, but I'm just gonna say here it's not happening. Gen 5 remakes are not happening. I don't believe that for a second. Because if you look at like Heart Gold, Soul Silver came out in like 2008, 2009, Oras was 2014. That's a 5-year gap, and from 2014 to 2021, it's a 7-year gap. So I don't think Gen 5 remakes would come out only 2 years after the Gen 4 remakes. I don't think that really adds up at all. So yeah, I don't believe for a second that we're gonna get Gen 5 remakes, or like Legends Kyurem or anything like that. I think probably the most realistic expectation is Scarlet Violet DLC. I think that makes sense. But I guess there could be something else. Maybe like if they want to do like a ton of small stuff, they could do Scarlet Violet DLC, then older games for the Switch Online. So like Gen 1, 2, and maybe 3. And then I guess some kind of spin-off game, like fucking Mystery Dungeon or some shit. That could work. I think I always, with Pokemon Day and other things like that, I always predict way too many things. I always predict like a ton of small stuff, whereas I feel they usually go with more so like 1 or 2 big things. But yeah, I think the biggest ones that people are expecting are Gen 5 remakes and Switch Online stuff. I think Switch Online is very possible. There's a part of me that kind of wants it not to happen though, because I'm playing through Pokemon Sapphire here on a cartridge. So if it came out on the Switch Online, it would be kind of weird. But I guess it wouldn't really affect me in any way. I think the only games I've played on Switch Online were... I think I played Super Mario Bros. 1. I don't even know why. I just felt like playing it. Outside of that, I haven't really bothered. I think I just prefer using real hardware. It would really suck if they chose to not do Scarlet Violet DLC. I feel like it's a really safe bet to expect it, but I mean you never know. Maybe they just skip and go straight to something else. I feel like there's so much potential for DLC in the games though. Which I have not played Pokemon Scarlet since I completed the Pokédex. Wait, I did do the whatever the school tournament thing, the end game thing. I did that. Then after that, I have not touched the game. I think there's some kind of bug fix things coming out soon as well for that. It's like some kind of small update. So maybe with that, I'll get back into it. It's kind of difficult to, you know, find a reason to go back to it though, because right now if I want to shiny hunt, then I'm just gonna, you know, shiny hunt here in Sapphire. Maybe I should get into VGC again. I meant to do that for a long time. That was like a big thing I was planning for Gen 9, but then I just kind of didn't. I did it at the start of the gen. The very beginning, I did some shenanigans on Showdown. But I kind of gave up after that. I was busy with other stuff. I have like no clue what's meta right now. I have not been paying any attention. And also I realized like a few days ago, I really don't know the Gen 9 Pokemon names very well. I've not used them at all, so I've just kind of forgotten them. Even with Gen 8, it took me a while to kind of remember a lot of them. How much EXP does this thing get? Like how much is the bar? So I don't think I need many Skarmorays actually. That many, like maybe 10 or so. Assuming it's level 18 that I need for Poochyena. Might be 20. I think last stream I was still leveling Skitty because I thought that Skitty would evolve at like level 20. But it evolves through Moonstone. So I was leveling it for no reason at all. And I guess if I want to use it later, then I guess that's useful, but I don't think I want to use it later, so I was just wasting time with that. I think we get the Moonstone in, I would assume the cave coming up soon, the one with the meteorite falls. I think that's it. Yeah. So yeah, this is something that I wanted to talk about. This is a recurring topic that keeps on coming up. I think it was yesterday, like it was pretty early yesterday. I have this in Finland we have this site called Tori, which is like I guess like Craigslist or whatever. That's like basically what it is. Basically a place where people sell their old shit and they can like make post about them like, hey, I'm selling this and this. And I have a saved search there, so whenever someone posts something that has the specific word that I've saved, it will give a notification. And I have the one that I specifically have saved is Game Boy Micro, because I'm still kind of interested in getting one. And there was a really nice condition one for 90, which is not bad, honestly. For a Game Boy Micro, those things usually go for over 100. They're in pretty bad shape. This one was a really good condition, and it was only a 90. I was seriously considering it, but then I somehow convinced myself not to, because it's just, yeah, I don't need a Game Boy Micro. I really want one, but I really don't need one. But one day it's gonna fucking happen. One day I'm just gonna snap and I'm gonna get a Game Boy Micro. There's no helping it. I'm probably gonna when that day comes, I'm probably gonna regret not getting this one because it was in really nice condition. I think the only kind of flaw that it had was that it had like a small scratch on the front. But I'm pretty sure you can just replace the front part of the shell really easily. So yeah, that would have been nice. I haven't even checked if the listing is up still, but I'm not gonna get it. Not yet. I mean, I just got the Game Boy Advance mode. It would be kind of dumb to, you know, get a Game Boy Micro right after. I think I pressed the fucking hotkey for the counter. I did that like in a previous stream as well. Wait. How do I fix this? Can I go back here? What I did is I basically accidentally pressed the counter. And I was at 731. Okay. Well, that's an easy fix. I was trying to drink some water, and I tried to like press the mute button so it doesn't pick up my water drinking noises, but then I pressed the button next to it that I have for the counter. I think we're at, yeah. I think 733 is correct. I think so. Could be off by 1 or 2, but you know, when we're in the thousands, that doesn't really matter a whole lot. Overall, I've considered, should I just stop counting encounters? Because while it is really fun, have the, you know, number at the end and be able to know like, oh, I did this many encounters for this shiny. At the same time, it is like kind of annoying having to count the encounters, and I feel like if I didn't count them, if I didn't bother with that, I would be way more inclined to just like take out my GBA and do a few encounters here and there, compared to now when I have to have like some kind of counter with me to do it. It's obviously like, it's not a huge inconvenience, but it is one, you know, still is one, so I don't know. And in Pokemon Scarlet, the few shiny hunts that I did not count them at all. I just, you know, did encounters until I got a shiny. So, I don't know. I'm going for 50 minutes now. We are at 738. I said I would do 150 encounters. I think we're gonna go a bit over that actually. I might stream Bloodborne next week as well. Maybe. I don't want to make any promises, but I would like to kind of, you know, make some progress in that game as well. I mean, yesterday I did a ton of progress. I got a ton of stuff done, but I think it would be nice to have that playthrough finished at least like in a few months from now. This is gonna entirely rely on like how hard I get stuck on some of the DLC bosses. And if I could get the part 2 of Sapphire out before like halfway through the year, that would be lovely. And Bloodborne, if I could get that done in like a few months, that would also be nice. Well, I've been recently, one thing that I've been thinking of is kind of the last few videos and the next one are all videos that I like came up with the idea for, like most of them like well over a year ago. So they've been for like a really long time. They've been kind of in my head. It's just like, you know, this is the next video I'm gonna do and stuff like that. But after this next video, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and that might sound bad, but it's actually not bad. It just means that I have, you know, I can start coming up with new shit. Right now, I haven't really been thinking much about new video ideas because I've been so focused on doing the ones that I had in my head already. So I'm pretty excited for that. But I mean, obviously, there's gonna be, you know, Sapphire Part 2 and the Bloodborne video compilation. You know, that's gonna be videos that are gonna happen at some point. But outside of those, everything after the next one will be kind of new shit. It'd be kind of fun to do a small little Pokemon Sapphire Part 1.5, where I kind of compile everything I've been doing during this shiny hunt. It could be fun. If I don't come up with anything good after this next video, then I might do that. Because I've done like quite a good amount of stuff since then. The issue is I haven't recorded all of it. That might be an issue. I don't know. It could be fun to do like just a short little small video going over like all the Pokemon I evolved and such. Definitely once I'm done with this shiny hunt, once I get the shiny, I'm gonna immediately like continue the playthrough and get working on the video, because it's been already 2 months since the last part of Sapphire, the first part of Sapphire, so I'd definitely like to continue it. There's honestly the Pokemon Sapphire video. It's I'm happy with it. It's a pretty good video, but I also have some issues with it. And there's already like so much stuff that I feel like I could improve on in the like part 2. But I can't work on the part 2 yet because I need to get the shiny first. So as always, the solution is to just do more encounters. On a completely unrelated note, I've been recently making rice. I've been cooking rice. Normally, I always like do like macaroni or pasta or whatever. However, like I think prior to this year, I had cooked rice maybe twice, genuinely, because it's just kind of annoying. I don't really like cooking rice compared to like pasta. Like, it's a lot more inconvenient. I don't have a rice cooker. I should probably get that, but I don't, right? Recently I figured out something quite obvious that I probably should have figured out earlier, which is that rice, unlike pasta, kinda doesn't go bad in the fridge as much. So you can make like a lot of rice at once and then just like eat it the next day as well, which is pretty nice. So I've been doing that recently. That's my recent food ongoings. I remember back on the Trico streams, I talked a lot about like the what food I had recently made. I guess we're bringing that back. But yeah, rice is nice. I've been making like fried rice and shit. It's good. One thing I need to consider, that I have been considering lately, is if I should get started on the contest stuff soon, before I get the shiny. I love full of shiny hunting in the old games. Shinies feel so much more special. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's in Pokemon Scarlet, for example, I've gotten like I think like 5 or 6 shinies now. And I mean, they're cool, but they don't feel nearly as special like the compared to like the Grovyle here. The Grovyle brag sprite is kind of weird. I like it though. So it's a bit odd though. Was this kill? No, not even close. Grovyle is kind of shit. I talked about this during the playthrough a lot, but Grovyle is kind of bad at the moment. And I needed to get Leaf Blade. I think that's like level 29. Even with Leaf Blade, it's not gonna be that good because it's adamant nature. For any game, it's fine, but I still definitely I'm a bit salty about that I spend 19,000 encounters on a shiny, and then it has the exact opposite nature of what I want it to have. Rough. I think we're coming up on an hour a bit. What number do I want to reach specifically? I always have this thing where I want to get like a specific nice even number. Go to 780 and despair. So I really like this OST. I need to put more stuff from Heart Gold, Soul Silver into the playlist. Even though I prefer Pokemon Crystal over the remakes, I still definitely think that Heart Gold, Soul Silver has probably the best OSTs in the franchise. They're very, very good OST. The longest hunt went 22,000 in Heart Gold. It's going for Murray, but I got a Rattata. That's rough. I really don't know if I would be like mentally able to do a like shiny hunt where I have a chance to get a Pokemon that I really don't want to get. Because even in this hunt, it's like I don't really care what I get. If I get a Sandshrew, then you know, so be it. I think Sandslash shiny is all right. It's, you know, I'll accept it. Yeah, Spinda or Skarmory would be ideal. And that's where I'm ending the stream. We are at pretty much exactly an hour, 180 encounters. That's pretty okay. I think I went through everything that I really wanted to talk about. I keep this small list of things that I need to talk about next stream. Let's see if I missed anything. No, I went over everything. Okay. Yeah, we're in the stream here. Pretty good, kind of chatted about everything that's been going on. Did some encounters. I'm gonna save again. I think I'm gonna make a small little promise here that I try not to break. I'm gonna try to do a lot more encounters going forward. So by the next time I stream, I don't know when that's gonna be, but I'm hopefully gonna be at like a lot more. I really don't want to promise any specific number, but let's say I'm probably gonna stream next time like a month from now or more. Like specifically Sapphire, I'm gonna be streaming Bloodborne. But next shiny hunting stream is probably gonna be in like a month or two. So by then, let's say 8,000. Unless I get the shiny, I'm gonna be at 8,000. Yeah, fuck it. Also, I've been recently trying to record all of my shiny hunting sessions. It's pretty difficult to record the GBA when I'm like shiny hunting on that. But if I ever shiny hunt on the DS, then I try to just have, OBS on in the background. So if I do get the shiny, I get my reaction to it. I think that would be really nice. So hopefully I can get the reaction if I do get the shiny. But yeah, that's everything for today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you someday. Maybe